38. Job 38, 1 through 4. And I am going to read in the New King James Version as we're preparing for the Word. You ready for the Word? I have a word for you.
Amen.
Job 38, 1 through 4. New King James Version. You're there, let it be known by saying, Amen. I believe you're there. Then it reads, Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, Who is this who darkens counsel by word without knowledge? Now prepare yourself like a man.
Yes, Lord.
You hear me?
Amen.
Prepare yourself like a man.
Yes.
I will question you, and you shall answer me. I'm going to question you.
Yes.
You'll answer me. Where were you when I laid the foundation of the earth? Tell me if you have understanding. In other words, I'll just ask some questions just to show you what our topic is today. You don't control nothing. You don't control. I know I probably should say you don't control anything. I like to talk on a level which people realize you don't control nothing. Now come on, put your hands together and are you ready for the word? All right, let's go to the word. Let's move. There were not presidents in the Bible days. There were kings instead. Am I right about it?
Yes.
Am I right about it?
Amen.
All right. The kings were the ones in charge, and they ruled the land. They had the authority, and all had to fall in line at the command of the king. The king had the authority to not only cause someone to be harmed, but a king could have your entire family wiped out.
Yes, they could.
Am I talking? Anybody
Yes,
know
they
the word?
could.
Now, we saw this when we talked about the children of Israel last week, did we not? We talked about how they increased, and the more they increased, the more they were mistreated, and because of how great in numbers they became, Pharaoh was intimidated about what was going on.
Yes, he was.
So Pharaoh told the wives, the midwives, he said, look, start killing the male children at birth. When they get here, get rid of them. Don't worry about the daughter, because it was the men that carried the family's name. I'm talking to you. This is how mighty the king was in the Bible days. He gave the command, and everybody was to follow whatever the command was. Am I talking? Even today, we got a president, but there are other people in office that have to sign off on stuff before he can do stuff. Come on, talk to me. Yeah, sometimes he got to find say so, but some say of his, or sometimes veto, or overrule. Why? Because we got a whole gang of folk that make decisions. But in the Bible, Pharaoh did the talking. And because the midwives were more loyal to God than they were to Pharaoh, they refused to kill the male-born children of the Israelites.
Yes, they did.
They refused. Pharaoh could have killed every last one of them, and that's what he chose. Until somebody got blocked it. They pretty much told Pharaoh that the women were having the babies too quick. And they just couldn't keep up with them. So there's too many out there. Look, just like it's a large number of babies, every time you look up, they have these babies, honey. We can't hardly get them. Next thing we know, Jerome here, Tyrone, Ray, Snooki, we only made it to Nehemiah. But the other seven are on the loose. Come on, talk to me in here. So Pharaoh said, I'll tell you what we'll do. All the males from the Israelites, you're 2 years and younger, kill them all. That's the word?
That's the word.
And the midwife still decided it ain't gonna happen. God blocked it. Pharaoh was in charge, and Pharaoh decided what happened and when it happened. Yet the midwife still refused to do what Pharaoh said. Pharaoh could have killed every last one of them, but God once again does what he does, and he covered his people in the blood. Yes, he did. In an her child alive. Moses' mom hid him. See, I know what Pharaoh said. I'm not getting rid of my baby. Come on, talk to me. She didn't want to accept the death of her son, and apparently God did not either. And although the Pharaoh in charge at this particular time, although he was in charge, he did not realize that God had a plan. His very own daughter hid Moses in his household. Yes, she did.
Yes, she did.
The mother of Moses nursed him in Pharaoh's household. The mother was compensated for taking care of her own child in Pharaoh's household. Come on, talk to me. Every now and then, God will show the enemy that it does not matter what his intentions were, he will bless you right in his possession. You want to aggravate me on the job, but he'll bless you right there in that aggravation. Somebody ought to hear me in the other day. So I'm amazed at people that do things to try to destroy you as if they control your life.
Yes, Lord.
Yes.
Yes.
It didn't work out with them, so they don't want it to work out with anybody else. They will walk away from the family hoping it's going to destroy you. It didn't work out with them, so they don't want it to work out with anybody else. They will walk away from a relationship, hope it's going to set you back. It didn't work out with them, so they don't want it to work out with anybody else. They'll walk away from a friendship, hoping the entire crew walks away from you. It didn't work out with them, so they don't want it to work out with anybody else. Are y'all hear me in here today? It's sad, but it's true that some people would rather see you messed up with them than happy with somebody else. Oh, that'll preach all politics. Come on, talk to me in here. They have the opportunity to bring you happiness, but they prefer to do the opposite. They have the opportunity to bring you joy, but they prefer to do the opposite. They have the opportunity to bring you peace, but they prefer to do the opposite. They have the opportunity to change your word for the better, but they prefer to do the very opposite. This is because their mind has told them that they control the outcome of your life. But they forget that God knows your ending from your beginning. They forget that God knew you before you were formed inside your mother's womb. They forget that there is nobody in the world that control anything going on in my life other than my God. Come on, bless the name of the Lord. I just said you don't control nothing. Let me pray. Job had to figure this out. Job went through pure hell and back.
Yes, he did.
And we talked briefly about him last Sunday. But Job lost so much until, honestly, I think he had a reason for his faith to be shaken.
Yes, he did.
From everything that he lost.
Yes, he did.
I'm not talking to anybody.
Yes, he did.
Some people lose a job and go jump off the building and go post it. Job lost some of everything. Come on, talk to me. And he still survived it.
Yeah.
Job got to a point of so much pain until all he could do was sit. Anybody ever just been through that kind of pain? You don't have nothing. Maybe y'all ain't been there, but look at me. I'm telling you, you can get to a point that you're in so much pain. All you can do is just sit. He didn't pray. This is the word of God. He just sat there. He didn't talk. He just sat there. He didn't debate no more. He just sat there. He didn't try to explain himself to anybody anymore. He simply sat there. Sometimes life will hit you so hard until all you will be able to do is sit quietly and say nothing. If I want to talk to me. Because you don't want to talk to mama because she don't understand. You don't want to talk to daddy because he don't understand either. You don't want to talk to sister because they feel like you should have done a better job in life. Oh, come on, talk to me. You don't want to talk, You don't want to talk to brother because they forget that they're trifling. Hello, your trifling ways will catch up with you too. Come on, talk to me in here. You don't want to talk to auntie because she's too much Hallelujah. See, life, though, let me tell you about life. Life will make you shut your mouth and sit down and think. Come on, talk to me. You begin to think about what you could have done differently. You begin to think about where you went wrong. You begin to think about what would have been if you maybe if I'd have been in another state, what would have took place. Come on, talk to me in here. You begin to think about what would have been had you tried maybe another career. Maybe this ain't what the Lord said I should be doing. Maybe I should have did something else. Am I talking to anybody that's ever had to sit and just think and start questioning where did I go wrong? Come on, talk to me. You begin to stop and think about what could have happened if I'd have talked to maybe somebody different on maybe a different day. Sometimes you have to just sit in silence and just think. Come on, talk to me. And what you eventually realize, however it is, it doesn't matter how hard you think. You are not in control of your life. Now, see that? Huh? Am I talking to anybody? No matter how hard I think, if I was in Hawaii, problems would still be there if God said that's what it was. Come on, talk to me in here. Thank you, Caleb. Hallelujah. That say he stepped there. If he was in Hawaii, it'd be the same thing too. Come on, talk to me in here. Somebody ought to give the Lord a 30-second praise. Sitting down here, you just need help. Thank you. God started asking Job questions that he knew he had an answer to. If you go and you read the entire 38th chapter of Job, notice the questions. God started asking questions like, where were you when I created the earth? Huh? No, you know that man ain't no answer. God said, Job, tell me, since you know everything. He decided, who decided, Job, on what side the earth would even be? Certainly you know the answer to that, Job. Come on, talk to me. Who came up with the blueprints and the measurements for the earth? Or maybe even for heaven. What about the sea? Surely you know that answer to that, Job. Oh, come on, talk to me. He wants to know, how was the foundation poured, Job? Who set the cornerstone while the morning stars sang in chorus and the angels shouted praise? Who did that? And who took charge of the ocean when it gushed forth like a baby from the mother's womb? Come on, Job. Surely you got answers to these questions. God reminded Job, it was me.
Yes, he did.
I did all of that.
Yes, he did.
Oh, come on, talk to me. He said, listen, I created the heavens. I created the earth. I created you. I created that. Come on, talk to me. Everything you sitting here thinking about, you know that mind that you got running all over? I created your mind. I created your thought process. Come on, talk to me here. The very blood running in your vein, I created that. All the muscle and the tissue, I created all of that. Also, since you want to know, can you answer the question that I posed to you, Job? Oh, come on, talk to me. God reminded him, he said, this is how I created it, and I didn't need man's permission to accomplish not one thing that I did. Nothing, Job, is in your control. The bad experience you are having will not stop until I say it's over. Somebody else, come on, Lord, praise God right there. The pain will not be removed until I decide that it is over. The tears in your eyes will not dry up until I decide that this is over. The situation will not change until I decide that this is over. Yes, your prayers can cause God to change things because he made man in his image and he gave us power over this earth. But the change is still based on what God decides that he's going to do. This is why your enemies can't do not one thing to you without God's permission. I'm over you talking to me. He said your enemy can't even stop your progress without God's permission. Your enemy can't block whatever God has for you without God's permission. So it sounds to me like as long as I'm in the hand of the man with the plan, the enemy can't do nothing without talking to my Father. Somebody got to bless God right there. But every now and then we blame ourselves for stuff that's going on in our life, and we forget God is in control. I don't control car. They got better cars today than they did when Will Dario was young. Because they had to put the foot on the gas to make it cock on. But the little Jeep I bought my grandbaby for Christmas has a remote to it. And AJ was playing with one and he was like, man, I'm just going to get one of these just to play with. This is fun. I don't think you do that. And you too grown to be just riding around down the street with an empty Jeep talking about some fun. Now, I don't think this is right. Somebody might call the police. So he just rides and it just fascinates him that he don't have to put his hands on the wheel. He can put them in his lap and the car just go. He'll stand up sometime, he dance. Boy, you don't sit yourself down up in that car. But I'm amazed at how smart somebody got to say, let me control it. You just enjoy the ride. Y'all don't give me a look. Every now and then, God will put you in one of them remote control cars. And he said, I'll control it. You just enjoy the ride. If I take you down, just hold on for the ride. If I take you right, just hold on for the ride. If I put that baby in reverse, just hold on for the ride. Because God is in control. Somebody ought to bless him right there. He's in control. What's going on with your children? He's in control. What's going on your side? He's in control. What's going on in your marriage? He's in control. What's going on with your body? He's in control. You want to open your mouth and say, I don't control nothing. Now come on, bless the name of the Lord. Hallelujah. So here's what the serve notice. To the one that thought that walking away would tear you down. Newsflash. You don't control nothing. To the one that thought that cheating on you would tear you apart. Newsflash. You don't control nothing. Come on, talk to me again. To the one that thought that blocking you from that promotion would break you down. Newsflash. You don't control nothing. To the one that thought that stabbing you in your back would block your progress. Newsflash. You don't control nothing. To the one that thought that throwing you under the bus would shake you. Newsflash. You don't control nothing. Some enemies today need to hear me when I say you don't control nothing going on in my life. Oh my God, today. You don't control my coming out. You don't control my going in. You don't control my yes. You don't control my no. You don't control my mountain high. You don't control my heaven low. God is the creator of it all. And he is sovereign. He controls the universe. He's accountable for himself and himself alone because he reports to absolutely nobody. Oh, give me a deal. And he's not required to give an explanation to anybody because of his supernatural powers throughout all creation. He does what he wants, when he wants, how he wants, where he wants. He'll throw the leaves with the wind. He'll sit down rain. He'll send a tornado. That's what he wants to do. He'll send a whirlwind. He'll send a tsunami if you want to. Oh, he'll send a hurricane. He'll allow volcanoes to explode. It doesn't matter. He's God and he's God alone. And he alone is God. You talk about a man that said to do something. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. He said, let there be. And boom, here it was. Come on, talk to me. Go in there and tell priest, let there be light. And see them, he look at you crazy. The light? What about the lights? I don't understand what's happening here. No, you don't. That's why he didn't ask you. When he said, let there be light, he knew you needed light for darkness. When he said, let there be dark, he knew it would be time to go to sleep. You don't need them lights. Oh, come on, talk to me. When he put the sun up there, he knew sometime there'd be sunny day. Then he saw rain, and he said, sometimes the rain